So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Richmond. Tiger.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, 2nd major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pauvin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, IB Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pauvin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that?
Here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at... the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the second straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Chris Jones in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And the pitch goes to Miller. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Come back, come back.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to... to you in important times.
Richmond. Hey, Black 22. Black 22. Tiger. Come back.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are in for 6.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who were in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And now running right through it. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half 3-0 New England?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will score. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talked to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down. On first down, Mahomes. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Left, 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 left. Shift, watch the shift.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And a look now at Lamar Miller. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. On first down, Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Four down.
Off of play action. It's Watson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. D. Ford in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away.
Green, 90.
From what you did before, because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Ace, ace. Left, 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 left. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They run it here. Ware. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this Texans defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
22. Black 22. Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
On first down, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Come back, come back.
On first and 10, Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Black 22. Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. A first down carry now for Miller. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Ready.
Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now a play fake here on first down. Underneath for Miller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's what...
Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Fourteen seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ready. Green 39. Green 39. Ace. Ace. In your face.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. The final final shot before the break. Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught inside the 5. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Green the line! Green the line!
Watson on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Watch that in, tight end's right. Tight end's right. Forward down. Shift. Tiger.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this will be caught at the 30. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
48. Tiger. Watch the screen. Reset. Tiger. Richmond.
Now a handoff to Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Four down. Green the line.
Here's Watson now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Green the line.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's go.
Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Bill O'Brien, an offensive mind, and he's going to trust his offense here. They're going for it on 4th.
Come back. Richmond. Let's go. Come back. 53. Come back.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here. Fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Ace! Ace! Z, Z, Z! Z, Z, Z!
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
Left, 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 left.
Mahomes now to throw. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Richmond. Down. Green, the line.
On 1st down, Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And Lamar Miller caps it off with a touchdown run. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. After the interception, here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
On the move to his left. This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive. But on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Texans now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Richmond.
They'll run it again with Miller. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Black 99, feel it. Reset. Richmond. Reset. Tiger. Come back. Hey.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Dunn busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Left foot.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who have gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 58 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Now, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Ware. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Ware. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Left.
They run again with Ware. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Left, 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 left. Z, 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 Z.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Ready. Green, 90. Green, 90. What we got? What we got? What we got? Mike 41, Mike 41.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to wind up and air that. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over the deeper position.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. After the run, Watson going to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Black 99, feel it. Come back, come back. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Richmond, Richmond.
On 1st down, Watson dumps it complete to Miller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5.
Down. Black 22. Black 22. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
To the air yet again, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Again, it's Miller. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Texans on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is third down and 12.
Richmond.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And Watson's going to throw it here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Back 22! Back 22! And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. The guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Richmond.
Here's a give to Miller. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
And now here comes Kansas City. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 60 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Butker now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Throwing now, Watson. Out to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Watson on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will extend their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
Now, I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win